All right, welcome back. As you can see, gotten more snow. Did some quick debadging on the hood, and I'll have to hit it with some Goo Gone and see what kind of stenciling or sticker decal we can come up with for the name for this. I'm still trying to kind of figure that out. Probably a mix between the Bronco Select hood that it was picked out for it since it was missing its hood, and the Murray Select is the name that's on the back of this thing. So I'm thinking a mix of, oh, that's what it was, Super Bronco from the hood, from the Troy built. That's what the hood is off of. And then so Super Bronco, Troy built, and Murray Select. But I want to give this thing a name that's fitting of it, but at the same time is interesting sounding. So if anybody's got any good ideas for what to name it, and it can be as weird or whatever as you want, go ahead and post it, and maybe we'll take it down to a vote in the next video or something like that, or in one of the shorts. So I think this video I'm going to mess with possibly some exhaust stuff and some accessories. I got a little piece for the seat that should be able to strap around the back of it, and it'll be kind of like our little cargo backpack bag for the rear of this. Some shotgun shell holders I'll probably mount right up on the plastic here, because I do plan on trying to use this for hunting and as ATV kind of a thing. So part of that is we'll have to finish coming up with an exhaust for this thing, because right now it's just open and loud. So I have some tent pole pipe that I'll do a couple sections and fit that on there and see what sounds good. And then old muffler off of one of my dirt bikes, so we'll see how it sounds with that, and see what we can get it to sound like. We'll do some of that mock-up, and I got enough bend pieces I should be able to piece together something that'll sound halfway decent rather than just straight open screaming. So I'll get some of the accessory stuff, and then we'll go from there. Someone mentioned to me that I say too much, so just as a side note, I'm going to try to replace that with other words that do not annoy people, which may be easier than said. So, what's up, bud? You go, boy. Yeah. Oh, I know, bud. Oh, I know. So, he's out here adventuring, looking around. We'll see what we can get up to. All right, we got our mini toolkit slash first aid kit strapped onto the back of the seat. I think I'll come up with a cover or some other padding for this. On the rear, I'm looking at doing some ammo cans for storage, and can hold some tools and equipment for day trips and bombing around. on the property with this thing. We got the shotgun shell holders, and these are just velcroed on. You can peel that and or pop them right up out, but I had to pick a good spot where there wasn't going to be a lot of mud, but I think I'll pull this off and stick that down a little better on there and then put it on. But I might have to put some prep all or wipe on there to get that to stick as good as it needs to against the plastic. It was the cleanest looking spot I could find that didn't have mud spray, so I think that's where it's going to be going. Alright, here's our pipes we're going to take some parts off of and see how we can change the sound up a little bit. Well, these are way too long, but we could go full Bozizoku style and or we go street sweeper style. Or we flip around. Come up. We got a turbo in there, right in the front. Then we could have our turbo inlet right in front here. And then feed the carb right behind that. So, gonna mess with some flanges and see what I can get away with, but turbo in this thing would be definitely cool. But this is basically the pipes that we're messing with. It'll get welded on. That was just placed on for mock-up to see how the sound changes with it. But we shall see. So we got some things to think about exhaust wise. Could do some longer pipes for now and mess with the turbo later, or cram some tubes together. Might have to run it without the hood for a little bit to figure out spacing for the turbo, and then we could always cut holes and stuff in parts for the hood once we figure out how to package everything. But we'd probably be running around 5 to 6 pounds of boost. It's off of a twin turbo V6 2.7 liters, so half of that would be 3-cylinder. So with a 21 horse V-twin, I think it would have enough to feed it. Hopefully everybody liked the video, and we're getting to nighttime, so we'll see you next time.